So guess who gets to go to the bins today? I do. I get to go with my wonderful mother-in-law, so hopefully I can find some stuff to resell. I'm really hoping I do, because I need inventory. My hair is looking a little cray-cray this morning, so I threw a hat on. All right, let's see what we can find. Hello guys, editing me here. So it's been a few weeks since we've actually gone to this location, but I just want to hop on here and just share with you guys what happened when we went. So as you know, I live in Michigan and it takes a whole hour to drive from my house to Gary, Indiana to go to the bins. So when we arrived, it was closed. And the night before we went, we did have a crazy storm. We didn't think anything of it. Like it was just like a normal storm that we get in Michigan. And we didn't realize like how bad it actually was for other people in the different parts of the country, especially people in Gary, Indiana. There was a lot of damage, and we found out that was because they lost power the day before. There were some people in the parking lot waiting for the bins to open, but they didn't have power. And we did speak to one guy, and he was there the day before. He found a bunch of books, and he was like really wanting these books. He's like, I've never found so many good books. Anyway, so he told us that they actually lost power the day before, like at 5. And so they told them to come back the next day when they get power again. They weren't sure on the exact time. So he was sitting in the parking lot since 9 in the morning, and we got there a little after 11:30, and he really wanted to buy those books. And but they lost power because of this huge storm. I think there was like a tornado or something. I don't know for sure. I mean, this also happened a few weeks ago, so I may be remembering wrong. So we ended up deciding to go somewhere else. My husband was able to look up like an estimated time of restoration, and he said, oh, like around 2 o'clock. So we're like, man, we drove a whole hour here. Let's just make the most out of this situation. Let's go down to the Culvers. My husband called them and they said that they were open, so they had power. So we went there, and we went to a Goodwill in the area. And this is why I don't like shopping at regular Goodwills, because they are just so expensive. So I didn't find anything to resell, but I did find some, things here and there for my personal life. So we ended up driving back to the bins, and so we were like, okay, if they're still closed, then we'll just head home. We get there, we park right up front, and they were still closed. I mean, we could see that the power was restored because the lights were on. And so I was like, I'm just going to walk up to the door and see if they open, because they were automatic when you walk up to them. And I walked up and nothing happened. They still had their signs on the door saying that they were closed, no power. So I walked back to the car. I'm like, oh man, what do we do? And my mother-in-law and I could actually see people walking inside after we looked a little more closely. We're like, okay, I guess we'll just go back home. And so we were like on the verge of leaving when an employee came over, ripped down the signs and opened the doors, and then walked back in. And we're like, are they open? So I walked inside and I was like, are you guys like open? And he's like, yep. And it was such a crazy feeling. I have never gone to a bins location where there weren't people. We had the whole bins to ourselves. Besides, there was one other lady that walked in behind us, but man, it was such like a weird but an amazing feeling. So I booked it right for the shoes, because if you've ever been to this location, you know that the shoe bins here typically are really good. So I got to shop the whole shoe bin to myself for like a good 15 minutes. So my strategy should have been just like grab all the shoes and just put them in like what usually people do. But no, I took my time. So that was a mistake on my part. But it was such a weird feeling not having people next to you throwing shoes around. So I'm going to go ahead and show you everything that I found.
No, it's okay.
The bins in Gary cost $1.59 per pound. They do have some furniture that is priced individually, and the soft cover books are 50 cents and hardcover is 75 cents. The shoes at this location, they are my favorite. I usually find something in the shoe bins. The hard goods are also my favorite. They have lots and lots of variety. I found some really good shoes this day and sold a good chunk of them already. These Ugg boots I have listed for $85, but I'm hoping they sell between $60 to $80. Unfortunately, they are a size 5, but they do fit me and I'm usually a 6. I found some really nice Nikes for my oldest son, Parker. They're just a tad bit big, but he'll grow into them. And honestly, it's kind of crazy how close our shoe sizes are now. He's turning 9 at the end of the month, and it blows my mind that I've been a mom for almost a whole decade. Feels just like yesterday. He was learning how to walk, and now we're almost sharing shoes. So crazy. My wonderful mother-in-law handed me a pair of Birkenstock sandals, and they sold the same day. I listed them on eBay for $30. They were the Mayari style in a size 8.5. Such a fun and unexpected quick flip. These Tory Birch peep toe wedges ended up being more flawed than I expected. I still grabbed them and haven't photographed them yet, but I'm on the fence. And honestly, I should have left these super rough Birkenstock sandals behind. As you can see, they're definitely more flawed than I'm comfortable selling. I went ahead and listed these Sorel boots, even though I don't expect them to sell super fast with the seasons changing. I'm okay with holding onto them for a while. Sorel is honestly one of my favorite brands to sell and to wear, and those boots were in really good condition, so I will happily wait for them to sell to the right buyer. I picked up these kids' Nike shoes, but I totally forgot to photograph them before putting them into my inventory system. Whoopsie. That almost never happens, but it does drive me crazy when it does. Let me know in the comments down below if you make that same mistake. Today was definitely a good Birkenstock day. I found these new tag Papillo Birkenstock wedge booties, and they sold on Poshmark in just 3 days for $90. Such an awesome find. I came across a Fossil crossbody bag, but I ended up throwing it back because of the condition. Handbags are a tough sell for me, and I didn't want to take a chance on one that wasn't in great shape. I also passed on these FootJoy golf shoes, another brand that just doesn't sell well for me. Plus, shoes take up quite a lot of space and didn't want to risk them sitting around for years. So I ended up picking up a pair of fake Dolce & Gabbana shoes. I should have looked them over more carefully at the bins, but I didn't, and I brought them home with me thinking it was a risk worth taking. Turns out they were definitely fake, so I tossed them. Lesson learned. I've sold Vibram barefoot shoes in the past, though it's been a while. I listed this pair for $30 and I'm hoping to get at least $20 to $25 for them. Looking back at this footage, I'm seriously yelling at myself like, why didn't you grab those shoes? Sometimes I feel totally blind digging through the bins. I'm in such a rush to grab the best stuff that I end up missing some great pieces. I did pick up these green Nike workout shoes for myself, and they are totally comfortable. These kid Nike Jordans actually just sold for $20 on eBay not that long ago. definitely worth picking those up. And then I found some cleats for my youngest son. My boys are so obsessed with football. I should have left these Nike Paul George shoes behind, but I had them, so I listed them, and they are men's size 6, which I honestly had no idea even men's shoes ran that small, but hopefully they sell. You guys, I am totally bummed I could not find this other pair of Rothy's shoes, so moment of silence for the missing Rothy shoe that I was unable to locate. But now I am going to go over my cart and show you all the shoes that I found. Kicking things off with this pair of Asics sneakers that recently sold on eBay for $51. I don't usually grab this brand, but these caught my eye and I'm so glad I took a chance on them. These Tory Burch sandals sold super fast on eBay for $42.99. It was also a Tory Burch kind of day. I probably could have priced them a bit higher, but they were slightly bent, but it's still a great flip. I got totally bamboozled by this pair of Merrell shoes. I thought it was a collab with Solomon, which I love selling by the way, but it turns out someone had just swapped the insoles, so I ended up donating them to my local thrift store. I found these really cool women's Nike tie-dye slip-on shoes in a size 11, and they were in really great shape, so I listed them for $25. I found these Betsy Johnson heels, but the insoles unfortunately had some super sticky tape that was peeling up the lining. I'm planning to use Goo Gone to remove the residue and hopefully keep the lining from lifting any further, so fingers crossed that it works. I found some more cleats for my son, but they didn't fit him, so I did end up donating those. They weren't worth it to resell. And then I finally found a pair of nice Ugg boots for myself. I've been on the hunt for some and I've already worn them a few times and I absolutely love them. Then I came across a pair of classic Chaco sandals. They need a little cleaning up before I list them, but I just sold a similar pair for $18, so I'm expecting around the same for those. Another pair of Uggs. This time my mother-in-law found them and they are mine. I've worn them a few times. Found some Sorel boots in excellent condition, size 6. I'm hoping to get around 20 to 25 for them. Funny enough, I actually found the same exact pair in my son's size. I was tempted to keep them so we could match, but I already have boots. And then I came across a pair of Solomon shoes, but had to throw them back because someone took a Sharpie and drew all over them. Such a bummer. And then I found these tactical 511 working boots. They have steel toe. I did not know Tactical 511 made steel toe boots, or just boots in general. I've only found their clothing. And then those FootJoy I ended up throwing back. And these I'm keeping for myself. Some shoes I had to throw back because I couldn't find the mates. Here are some more Nikes for a kid. I have to clean these up before I list them. And this Fossil bag that I did not buy because it was not in that great of condition. So that's everything I found in my first round. Not too shabby. My cart was completely full and I couldn't fit anything else in it. So I was heading over to find my mother-in-law to grab the keys and load up. But right then I noticed they were bringing out a fresh batch of shoe bins, so of course I had to stick around and check out the new rotation. I found a pair of Hokas that I'm hoping to get 25 to 34. I also grabbed some Nikes that I probably should have left behind. They were in bad shape. And then I found some more Tory Burch flats. I can't believe it. Such a good day. This is so cool. The last pair of shoes that I found from this new rotation are these Kevin Durant sneakers in great condition. Now let's take a break from the shoe bins to dig through the clothing bins. You'll see everything I grabbed when I sort through my cart at the end. The first piece I found is from a new to me brand called Tyler Bow. It was that blue sweater I threw into my cart. I picked it up because it is 100% cotton and has a nice little chunky knit to it. Comps on eBay are around $20, though their cashmere pieces tend to sell even better. If you recognize that white torn off tag, you already know it's Lululemon. I found a really nice sweater, but unfortunately it had a small stain on the front that I couldn't get out. I ended up keeping it, but it's way too big on me, so I think I'll go ahead and list it. So at this location, the clothing bins are usually piled super high, but a few were lower this time, which makes digging so much easier. I do find it harder to score great clothing here, but I almost always come across something worth reselling. I spotted a Doc Marten in the bin next to me. If you can see it, let me know down in the comments below. And you'll see at the end of the video when I sort through my cart, I did end up picking them up. Usually when I find shoes in the clothing bins, there's only one. So I was surprised and excited to find the pair. I found a couple of linen cotton blend midi dresses with a very farmhouse, like boho, prairie vibe. Definitely my kind of style pickup. The brand is pretty unknown. It's like a beekeeper or something, and I couldn't find any comps online, but I grabbed them purely based on style. Unfortunately, when I washed the dresses with another item that smelled like mothballs, the scent transferred onto them. I am working on getting the smell out, and if it comes out completely, I'll go ahead and list them. Here's the other dress. Those two stains did come out, but unfortunately the smell didn't. They're super cute, so I'm really hoping I can get the scent out. If you have any tips for removing mothball smell from clothes, I'd love to hear them. I really hate it when employees start wheeling away bins just as I'm finding good stuff. It's the worst feeling. Like, who knows what hidden gems I could have uncovered if they left it out just a little longer. It always leaves me wondering what got away. And they did this shortly after I started to find more stuff in this bin. So I was really bummed. I found a cute and slightly scandalous bra for myself. It's just from Target, but it was new with tags, so of course I couldn't pass that up. You can see exactly what I mean here when they pile the clothing high. You can barely even see the people on the other side. It definitely makes digging a bit more intense, and it really hurts your arms. I found some nice Under Armour shorts for my brother-in-law that my mother-in-law actually took for him. And just look at how stinking cute these poo socks are. So cute! What are some brands you constantly see at your bins but never bother picking up? For me, it's always Old Navy, Express, Walmart, and Shein. Those brands are everywhere. I swear I could fill a whole cart with just those labels, but they're usually not worth the flip for me. I'd love to hear which ones you pass on all the time. I did find a nice Athleta tank though, so that was great. My mother-in-law picked this up for her son. I've seen him wear a shirt just like it before, so I thought it would be nice for him to have a second one. Always good to have a backup of a favorite. I don't usually pick up Kalia by Carrie Underwood, but I grabbed this open front cardigan and I'm so glad I did because it just sold on eBay for $24.99. Definitely a pleasant surprise. I actually picked up this Vans t-shirt, but should have definitely left it behind. It has some pretty gnarly pit stains that I didn't notice. I'm really bummed about. I wish I had grabbed that Under Armour sweater. I've been testing the brand out lately and actually seems to be worth reselling. It's one of those brands I see all the time and usually pass on. On the bright side, I did find some cozy lounge pants for myself. Those black ones I threw into my cart. Then I found a book from a trilogy I have been wanting to read, the Powerless series by Lauren Roberts. It was only 75 cents too, which made it an easy yes. Have you read any of the books from that trilogy? Let me know what you thought. Alright, now it's time to sort through my cart. First up, I found a classic and timeless J-Gel striped sweater in a size medium, such a great staple piece. And the very last item I actually found in the bins was this St. John knit skirt. Such a great find to end the day. I'm really hoping it sells for around $50, so fingers crossed. I also found this graphic Mark Colley t-shirt, and honestly I had no idea who he was until I went to list it and learned he's a country singer. I mainly grabbed it to snag it away from the Bins Bros, and it turns out it's actually a single stitch t-shirt. I don't usually pick up Lucky Brand, but I went ahead and grabbed this one since it is a size large and a really nice piece for spring and summer. This New Tag Gap sweater is for my sister-in-law. I don't usually pick up Lane Bryant, but when I do, it's a cute blouse with ruffles like this one. Couldn't resist. And yes, I did exterminate that bug on the front. I found a pair of Torrid jeans in size 18. I actually sold a similar pair recently for $18, so I'm really hoping to get the same for these. I found this cool Sesame Street long sleeve graphic tee and listed it for $9.99. I've gotten a few lowball offers, but I'm holding out for now. Definitely not a pickup I'd grab again though. Here is a throwback item, some Nike shorts that had a stain that looked like it would not come out. This was definitely an unusual pickup for me. Probably should have left it, to be honest. I know nothing about non-American football, but I grabbed the scarf anyways, and I'm hoping to get at least $10 for it. And that shirt was for my oldest son. I thought I scored another Lululemon piece, but unfortunately it turned out to be a dupe, so I ended up throwing it back. Here's another item that I threw back that I actually forgot to look up and meant to. Oh well. And then I found another shirt for my kid. Here is that Athleta tank I found earlier. I am hoping to get around $12 to $15 for it. I really wish I would have purchased these Under Armour joggers. I'm really kicking myself for not buying them. And here's that top that made those dresses smell like mothballs. It literally made me sneeze. It was a Madewell tank that I definitely should have left behind, and I actually ended up tossing it because it smelled like mothballs and I couldn't get the smell out. I found this cool skull print Torrid bra, such a fun piece. I love selling bras because they're super easy to photograph, list, and ship. Then I found a pair of men's American Eagle tan joggers in great condition, and I'm hoping to get around $19 for them. I found this adorable Old Navy love print sweater for my sister-in-law. I should have left this Christian Soriano sweater behind, but I picked it up because I thought the print was really fun. Then I found this really cool Mickey Mouse Stars and Stripes sweater that, if it sells, I will pair with those poo socks as a free little thank you. I found these workout pants for myself, but they ended up not fitting the way I liked, and they were also a victim to the mothball smell, so I ended up tossing them. My mother-in-law didn't want these Croc sandals, so she gave them to me to resell, so thank you. Here's a pair of Gore-Tex Echo boots that my mother-in-law passed on, so I decided to keep them and list them for myself for $60. They're made with yak leather, which definitely makes them a standout pair. I found another pair of American Eagle pants, and these are cargo wide leg distressed jeans, and I'm hoping to get anywhere from like $19 to $25 for those. Here's another item that I ended up throwing back. And then I found this really cute wool blend Eddie Bauer sweater with a cowl neckline, and I'm hoping to get $20 for it at least. And honestly, I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this. I definitely should have thrown this back. Oh well, I have it, so I have it listed. Then I found a nice Free People sweater that I am currently stain treating, so I hope the stains come out. If not, then I guess I will keep it. And of course, I had to buy this Native American little doll. I bought these Tom Wedge sandals that I'm hoping to get $20 for. We shall see. And then my mother-in-law found dream catchers for me. I found a nice Spell Out Champion sweater hoodie for my oldest son, and then I found a nice New Tag shirt for my niece. And honestly, I should have left these behind, but I bought them, so I listed them. Then I found this really cute J. Jill reversible wool blend cardigan, open front cardigan. You can wear it in this brown color, or you can reverse it and wear it in the pink color. It's so stinking cute. I bought this Timberland t-shirt. I just thought the boot on the front was just so fun. Then I bought this Carbon 2 Cobalt flannel button-up shirt in this interesting cross weave pattern. Another oopsie buy, I bought this Bob Marley graphic t-shirt. I should have left it behind. It had holes. This is the first time that I found Vuori at this location, and it was so exciting. They are a size large, but unfortunately there is some flaws, but I still sell Vuori flawed, and it still sells for me. I found this Athleta sports bra that I'm hoping to get $12 to $15 for. And then I found this gorgeous Saks Fifth Avenue 100% cashmere button front cardigan in a nice royal blue color. And then I picked up this Poison graphic t-shirt that I should have left behind because there was no size on it. I bought this mustard yellow American Eagle crop button up ribbed size medium. Oh my gosh, you guys, I found this awesome bonnet for my mother-in-law's little dress-up area at her house. Such a cute little thing. Then I found a men's Eddie Bauer size medium quilted pullover. Some fleece-lined Eddie Bauer pants that my husband kept, and I actually found two. One in a gray color and in a khaki color. Here are those Doc Martens I found in the clothing bin you saw earlier. Then I found this Monroe cheetah print sweater. Monroe is sometimes sold at Revolve. Aerie is my bread and butter, and I found this ribbed crop top. Here is the other Eddie Bauer pants for my husband. And to end things, I found this composition book for my son and a couple of Magic School Bus VHS tapes that I did end up leaving behind, but I totally used to watch this when I was younger. I love Miss Fizzle. And then I found this really cool vintage Simplicity tin little box and these Steph Curry basketball shoes and this book that you saw earlier. And that is everything that I found. I spent $157 this day. Let me know down below what you thought of this video and what your favorite item was. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!